Well, good morning, Trucker Todd here, and time for another video. Sorry it's been a while since I've cut one. It's been about a week. In today's video, we're going to talk about something I haven't touched on in a while. A while back, just did a series on how to be successful in a lease purchase. And as you know, things are always evolving, and as I receive comments and feedback from you guys, questions from you guys, new videos arise. And so in today's video, I'm going to tell you what probably should have been my very first video for that series of how to be successful in a lease purchase. So I don't anticipate this being a long video. I know I say that a lot and then it gets long, but I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it. Here we go.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down. Flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round. For my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
Okay, we're back. Before we go any further, let's cover the basics since it's been a while. Give me a thumbs up. Share this video on your social media platforms. While you're at it, just below this video, hit subscribe. And wait a few seconds, a little bell will pop up. Click that bell, select all, and you'll receive notifications when I put out a new video. Also, speaking of those social media platforms I just referenced, make sure and check out the description below. My Instagram is there, my Facebook is there, even my email is there. If you have some questions and maybe you don't want to ask them out where everybody can see it, or maybe you've got a specific situation you want to discuss with me, shoot me an email. I'll get back to you just as quick as I can and answer your questions. Also, you guys know that I love it here at Dart Transit. If you guys would like more information on coming to work at Dart Transit, in the description below is the recruiter I work with. Give her a call. Give her my driver number of 58180. Tell her you've been watching Trucker Todd's videos, and she will get you on the seamless path to coming to work here. You'll be glad you contacted her. And when you give her my driver number, it helps me out as well. If by some chance she's at lunch, out of the office that day or whatever, make sure you give that recruiter my driver number of 58180. It's real important because, you know, if there's a situation, I'm able to help you more if I'm listed on the application than I am if you don't mention me. So I'm not going to waste any more time. We've got the housekeeping out of the way. Let's jump into today's video. All right, folks. So you're getting ready to do your first lease purchase, whether it's with Dart or another company. And you've done your research and you've selected a company. Mouth's a little dry. I just woke up. And so you're ready to begin. But here's what ends up happening. This happens a lot, by the way. And I'm going to use this guy from the previous company I worked with as an example. And we're going to call the company you're going to ABC. You contact your brother-in-law and you say, hey, I'm going to company ABC. And your brother-in-law says, oh, don't go there. They're awful. So you start having second thoughts. Then you're out mowing your grass. You see your neighbor, you say, hey, I'm going to trucking company ABC, or I was, and I've changed my mind. Your neighbor says, I got a cousin that worked there, and he loved it. So then you're excited again. And then you talk to your wife. Your wife says, and by the way, I'm not discounting wives. I recommend getting their advice. But your wife says, well, I don't know. I'm nervous. You've never done a lease purchase. It can be scary. And I just don't know. And the point I'm getting at is you just get influenced by all these different people. This guy I'm referring to, it took over a month to get him on board because he kept changing his mind. Had another guy that just nitpicked the truck to death. He wanted a Freightliner, he was sure of that, but the Freightliner didn't have one of the little glass windows in the sleeper, and he wasn't going to lease a truck that didn't have a glass window in the sleeper. Okay, folks, we got some things to talk about. If you're that easily influenced, you're never going to make it. You're going to have naysayers. You're going to have people that tell you, I don't care what you do, buy a new car, buy an old car, buy a new house, buy an old house, whatever you decide to do in life, you're always going to have people that are trying to talk you down. I covered that recently in my I've Got Crabs video, which is pretty good. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. You'll like it. So you can't be that. You've got to be a little thicker skinned. And what you have to realize, I'm going to try to say this way. I'm trying to explain it in a way that everybody will understand. You have to think about these reviews that you're reading online. Some people are, I'm going to just say it like it is, some people are not good drivers. And some people they're good drivers, but they don't have any business sense. I had a guy that he was filling his truck like a company driver every morning, filling it up, didn't care where he was, didn't look at fuel prices. And he's like, I'm making money, but I'm not making as much as what I thought I'd make. And so when I started looking at his situation, I said, well, you're spending it all on fuel. Here's what you need to do. And so I showed him how to get around that. And I spent a lot of time mentoring guys. And so what I try to generally do when I'm looking at a company is I try to read a few good reviews and a few bad reviews. And then I figure the company is somewhere in the middle. And so that's part of it. Secondly, and in the case of the guy with the window and the sleeper, this was going to double his money, almost triple what he was making currently. If you're not going to allow yourself to grow and benefit by double just because you want a window in your sleeper, or because your truck speed is not where you think it should be, then you probably should just stay a company driver and find a company with a faster truck. You know, I have that question all the time, and it's typically from company drivers, because you're really experienced, you're really successful lease purchase guys drive just as slow as they can go and deliver the load on time. What you learn when you're doing a lease purchase or when you're an owner operator is your tires wear less when you go slow, your maintenance is less when you go slow. Everything's better the slower you go. Now, is it more boring? Absolutely. It's definitely more boring, but it's a lot better on payday. So I do recommend going slow when you can. I had a company driver the other day that he was just giving me fits about going slow, that dark trucks were too slow. And for those that are going to ask, they're anywhere from 65 to 70, depending on your safety record and time with the company. So I think company drivers are 65 or 67. I'm not sure exactly. And then when this guy sent me that, then people started coming into my defense. Well, I've been owner operator. I've been leasing trucks for this many years, and I go 60 miles an hour all the time because I get the best fuel economy. I started getting a lot of comments like that. So I know it's not just me that's found this. And so while I know it's fun to cruise down the highway at 80 miles an hour, and in the 2000s, I had a Peterbilt 379 that would do 106 miles an hour, but I never did 106 miles an hour. Now I did run. We'd let it run, especially when we got out in Montana and Wyoming. But a lot of times I did 65 or 70 miles an hour. And so those are just some things to consider. So what do I want to get to in this video? Starting. You can make excuses. Well, I'm going to come when I get this amount of money and when everything's perfect. But opportunities have never been better than it is right now. Rates are going up across the board, both on the broker load boards and at the companies. This is the chance to make the money and get the opportunity that you've always been looking for. Companies, including Dart, have load board options available now, have percentage options available now. And so there's never been a time to do it, and it may not last forever. You got to ride the wave while it's there. So starting. And, seize the opportunity. Is there risk? Absolutely. Anytime you start a business, there's always risk, but you're never going to know if you don't try. And so that's my message for today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm in Indiana today on some personal matters in my personal pickup, and I'm on my way back to Texas so I can return to work. But I think I've said enough on that. And I hope you guys have a great day. Wednesday, we're going to cover this one more time. And then on Friday, I'm going to address some of the trolls and critics that's been commenting on my videos lately. So you won't want to miss that. That's going to be fun too. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.